Hello ladies and gentlemen, ChaosWulff here and welcome back to Elite Dangerous. Now, ever since Elite Dangerous has been released on Steam recently, I thought I would take this opportunity to pick myself up a second copy of the game. So I thought, what better to do? I booted up my Steam account, brushed the dust off, and went straight in and bought myself a copy of Elite Dangerous on Steam. Now, for all of you that are joining us from Steam, who I am is Commander ChaosWulff, and what I do is I make a lot of videos, mainly on Elite Dangerous. I make Let's Play videos, tutorial videos, and other useful videos to help you find your way in the world of Elite, because this is a game with a very steep learning curve. It is a cutthroat galaxy out there and you will need every bit of help you can get to make it out there, and I am here to provide that help. But here we are on the create a new player page. Now, I've been thinking about what to name my second account, my second commander. And I have eventually come across the name, there, the Mighty Ducky. Now you might be sitting there wondering, what's going on? Why is he calling his commander the Mighty Ducky? Has he gone mad? And my answer is no. No, I've not quite gone mad. That happened a long time ago. But what this is it's a bit of an inside joke with I have with a couple of my existing subs. Now, the story behind Commander Ducky is I have a pet rat called Ducky. And what happened is I made the mistake of bringing little Ducky into my gaming room. I let her play around on the desk and around where I was gaming. I was out doing some exploring in my exploration asp on my main account, and she jumped on my keyboard and launched one of my heat sinks. She must have thought I was in danger and she wanted to save me. So since then we've promoted her to Commander Ducky Security Officer. And being on Obsidian Ant's live stream the other night, one of his subscribers recommended we call her the Mighty Ducky, and that just put me in stitches. So that's what we did. And what we're going to be doing with the Mighty Ducky on this account is we are going to be doing a new series. Here we go, Commander the Mighty Ducky. We are going to be doing a new back to basics video series for all the new players that are coming in from Steam and all the newer players. I have done tutorials on many things before, but I'm basically going to go and recover a lot of them because I've learnt a lot about Elite since I made my first tutorials. So I'm going to go back and recover everything what I've done. I will put links to my past tutorials and past videos. If you want to go and check them out, please do. I always encourage you to learn more about the game, as I am doing, because I'm constantly learning more about Elite. And even though I've played for quite a while, I am still learning stuff about this game. But anyway, like I said, we are going to start a new series, and it's going to be about starting fresh and working our way towards Elite. But anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to have a look in, first of all, the bulletin board. Now this is where we would go to find missions for our little sidewinder that we have. So we have a mission here which is, they want us to find some cargo. They want us to find us some bio-reducing lichen. They want us to find 4 quantity of it, and we have 41 minutes to complete it. Problem is, I don't know where to find bio-reducing lichen at the moment. So we're going to cancel that. I don't even know which system I'm in at the moment. It's LHS something or other. Where are we? Oh, it's LHS 3447. Oh, that's cool. I'm actually not too far away from my original starting system on my main account. Well, let's go back into Starport Services, go back into the bulletin board. In the bulletin board, we have several different mission types, as you can see here. This one here, with the 2 arrows, that's a trade mission. They want you to go off and find some trade items and bring them back to the orbital. This one here is a combat mission. You can tell combat missions by the fact that they have the little targets, the little bullseyes on their icons. Now this one is a multiple target combat mission. They want us to go and kill traders in the LP57180 system. And they're going to pay us 15,000 credits to do so. They wanted us to kill 4 traders. The problem is this is an illegal mission in that system because they want you to kill law-abiding citizens. So I'm not going to be doing that just yet. And now this one, we have the... this is a big hard mission. This is surgical strikes or assassination missions. So we click on these ones, and what they want you to do is take out a single target. They're associated with a certain group, and that's the name of their target. You don't know exactly where these are, so you've got to search the systems for them. But 9 times out of 10, when you find them, they're going to be in the god of all, the mother of all ships, the Anaconda. So this is something you do not want to touch just yet. So we're going to decline that one. And here we have a smuggling mission. You can tell by the skull on here. And what they want you to do is pick up narcotics. So basically pick up some drugs and bring them into this system, into this station. The goods must be stolen and they must be prohibited at this spaceport. So what that means is that narcotics are not allowed in this spaceport. And what will happen is the security will, if they scan, they will try and scan you. If they scan you and find that you have these prohibited items on your ship, they will then proceed to blow you out of the sky. So do not be fooled by that. That is what these are, and that is what this means. So I'm not going to bother with that for now. And what I'm going to do is I'm not going to worry about much more of this, but we are going to go have a quick look in the outfitting department and have a look at the ship. What we're going to do is I'm basically just going to go and apply myself one of my new paint jobs. Now, paint jobs are normally not available in-game. What you have to do is you have to go to this little button at the top called Buy Game Extras. You click that and it will take you to the Frontier Development electronic store. So if you're not aware, Frontier Development are the company that actually developed and made Elite Dangerous. Click this, it'll take you to their store and you can buy in-game extras such as paint jobs for your ships. Now let's go and have a look at the ones that I have. I have the red Colorado, or I have the orange Mojave. I'm going to go for the orange, just because one of the guys that I was talking to about Commander Ducky said, "Oh, if it's called Commander Ducky, you've got to have a yellow ship." When pressed as to why I had to have a yellow ship, his only reply was, "Because the duck that I have in my house is yellow." Fair enough, I'm sold. But yes, now what we're going to do is we are going to go and have a look and see if we can find our way to a slightly better starport. Currently we are in Trevik Dock. You can see it there on the navigation panel. Let's have a look over. There we go, that's where we are. Oh, sorry, Trevik Dock. I do apologise, my ability to read English is absolutely appalling at times. But what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Wildridge Terminal. Because the reason we're going over there is the station that we're in at the moment is a small station. You can tell that by the little icon that is just to the left of the name of the dock on the navigation panel. You can see that. It looks a little bit like an antenna. that means that this is an outpost, and it's a very small and limited station. It doesn't have much in there. What we want is this one, Whirlage Terminal. And what that symbol there denotes is it's a bigger terminal. Okay, so with all the keybinds done, it is now time for us to go and take our first tentative steps out into the big, wide, scary galaxy. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit return to surface. You don't have to hit return to surface to begin with. You can just hit the launch button and it will automatically return you to the surface. But I want to do things a little bit slower this time. We'll take a look around as well whilst we're here. As you can see, we are in space. And we are docked on this orbital space station. We're on the outside now, so what we're going to do is I'm going to have a look over at my navigation panel, and I am going to lock. See, what I went as is Whirlage Terminal lock destination. So I've got into a habit of doing things extremely quickly, and I kind of need to stop doing that so much. So now we're going to launch.
Ship released. Engines engaged.
We'll retract our landing gear. Now I am actually flying with a flight stick. I'm using the Thrustmaster 16000M. Now this is a very good beginner stick, and I do recommend it if you're unsure as to whether or not you want to have a flight stick or not, because it is very affordable and it is very functional. But I myself am planning to upgrade later because I've pretty much outgrown the usefulness of this particular stick. But anyway, let's jump out. Let's boot up the frameshift drive into fast and light travel, and we're going to go and see Whirlage Terminal. Here we go. Now we can see a little moving hollow square on the little radar down the center of my display there. We'll target them, and what that is that's actually another player. You can determine players from NPCs by the fact that they have the initials CMDR in front of their name. So that's Commander NSTA. Not sure what that stands for, or even if it actually stands for anything, but that's Commander Nusta. But anyway, what we're going to do is, like I said, we're going to go turn over back to Whirlage Terminal, and we're going to go dock there. Now this is one of the reasons why I love playing this game. The scenery. It's just amazing, flying around in a big space system. It is just breathtaking at times. And this is nothing. I'm currently out on my main account exploring the vast wilderness that is uncharted space. Several thousand light years from where I am now. And I'm going to be there for a little while yet, which is another reason why I've gotten this secondary account. But we'll keep it slow as we come into the terminal. Now you can see that there are other blips on the radar now. There we go. System Authority Vessel. You can see that on the radar it's been targeted and the little rectangle is filled. That basically just means that that is an NPC and not a player. Now, in order to actually dock at Whirlage Terminal, we need to get within 1 megamile. That's what the MM stands for, is megamile. There we go. And once we're under 1 megamile, we see it's saying safe disengaged. So we'll hit the frameshift drive button again. And that will drop us out pretty much right next to the orbital. And there it is. And now we've got our next little task. where's the entrance? Because this is one big flying... It looks reminiscent of a ball cube. So, where's the entrance? Now, the easiest way to find out is to actually target the station, and it will actually show arrows pointing towards the entrance. But there is another way if you don't actually bother targeting. The entrance is on the side that is rotating anti-clockwise. But for those of you that are not bothered, let's just target it. You can see down there on the control panel, just there, the little hologram of the space station. And you can see the arrows on the sides pointing to the top. So that tells us that the entrance is over this way. So let's boost in and get a bit closer. Now look at that immense structure. That is huge. And we have one of the cargo transports actually going in to make a delivery. But one of the things you've got to know, and this is one of the major rules of the game, is you do not just go and fly willy-nilly into any docking station you want. What you have to do is you have to ask them if you can go and dock. So we do this by going over to the left-hand panel, scrolling across to the contacts menu, and selecting the orbital station here. So we click spacebar. It says lock target or request docking or back. So what we have to do is we have to click request docking.
Docking request granted.
And 9 times out of 10, they will actually grant your docking request. And as you can see, there are quite a few player commanders in there. And there's one of them. Who's this one? Commander Seraphim Drake. Say hello to YouTube. Now, we have been allocated a specific docking pad. We have been allocated docking pad 28, which is over here. There we go. So we're going to come in nice and slow. I'm going to drop our landing gear. And now what we have to do is we have to line ourselves up with the centre of the pad. You can see there that I am fully centred. If I move off to the side, I am now no longer centred. So if I actually go and connect with the ground now, it won't dock me. So, keeping myself fully centred, I drop down, whoop, and there we go.
Engines disengaged.
I came down a little bit harder than I expected there. I'm used to flying much larger ships now. But anyway, that has been our trip from our starting orbital to the new orbital. And I'm going to call this particular episode here, and I'm going to do some more recording for a new episode very soon on how I go about actually getting started making money in Elite Dangerous. I have made a previous tutorial, which I will link up here now. So if you can't wait for the next episode, go there and take a look. So again, welcome to all the brand new Steam Commanders. If you have liked this video, please do consider hitting that like button. It really does help this channel out. And also do hit that big subscribe button to get notifications for whenever I release new videos. And until next time, Commanders, keep flying and stay shiny.